Welcome to part 2. We know we have had a karmic situation that played out, but it was all part of our divine plan. It was orchestrated by God so that we could use the nutrients from what's built out here for fertility, for growth, for life. And this is about the ten of Pentacles and all of life. And we talked about that in part 1. And part 1 will be linked down below in the description if you haven't checked it out yet and feel called to, okay? So let's get on with sharing our messages. And we know we talked about in part 1 that a karmic situation here played out, but it's all part of our plan. It's for our greatest good. And we got an activation for what's happening here. And we got the first card out is the journey. Nothing is as it seems. Being true to yourself. Vision questing, karmic forgiveness, let go and let God. And the next card in the sequence was the key to success. Open your heart. And we're about to share these messages right now. And this is big because this is a Stargate. And this is all about what's happening here today with LIONSGATE. And we know that this portal's active with the central sun, Sirius, Orion's belt, and the Great Pyramid. The journey. Nothing is as it seems. Being true to yourself. Now, we also know when this karmic situation played out, it played out so we could see our worth. It played out so we could see truth, love, and our worth. A canoe is floating calmly on the water. Inside the canoe is a large pink lotus. Emerging from the center of the lotus is a man with a ladybug on his throat chakra and a wolf seated in the front. A white goose rests on the man's head, its wings spread wide open. Above his head, the planet Uranus is being cradled by green leaves. Behind the boat is a large sun-like stargate. Behind the stargate is a honeycomb grid separating one dimension from another. Two large honeybees settle on the grid and form a delicate linear triangle with the man. A small rock emerges from the water and on it is a small starfish. There's so much symbolism here, especially because, guys, we might even got this before that. These series of messages, now that I'm thinking about it, before even forgiveness, it might have even happened with the moon. And we were talking about the moon and finding our strength here with the wolf and what this means. And there is the wolf. It all happened within the same reading. Your message. It is easy to feel adrift these days. The message here is about waking up and taking action. The number 1 appears many times in this card and is about a new beginning, assertiveness, accomplishment. And this is where we're going to heal from like this all or nothing thinking. It's not drastic. We haven't lost everything. That's why I'm saying it doesn't mean that this is a karmic partner, but this is a karmic situation. And this message is very clear. Not to get lost in these labels right now. To go back and use the feminine and just honor whatever's happening within our lives. Just surrender to it. It's all God right now. Doesn't matter if you're meeting up here and you're searching for your twin. To stop that, because that's putting you in lack of right there. And is this your twin or who is your twin? No, your twin is you, and you can't run from your truth. You can't run from your twin, even though you can. And you can't run from yourself, right? You have to. It's about facing it. We have to face everything. We just have to face everything. Everything is God. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get tricked. And the devil is just, God gone toxic. However you want to look at it. Like, we have to elevate. We have to expand our ways of perceiving things here and thinking. We're not going to attack the new. We're going to have different ways of expressing ourselves. And we have to understand, especially as being twin flames, we're going to do that. But not to attack it, to allow the expression to grow and to build. And it's going to make mistakes, but we're going to get it right. We aren't always going to be in separation, attacking each other. It's this or that. It's all of it. Use the masculine to separate it and look at it, put a label on it, or get from point A to point B, or be more methodical. Okay, or put it all back in the void in creation with the feminine, and it's all one, and we can see how it's all connected. So This signals a time to step out of your comfort zone and go for your desires. It also signifies that you create your reality with your beliefs and actions. Let the starfish reprogram your thoughts so you see your life with new eyes and new perspective, which is everything that we talked about. That this is the gifting us in order to plan, because we're revamping an old idea that's connected to our life's purpose. We're in the time of revamping it. Nothing is as it seems, and everything you thought was set in stone is an illusion. You are on the brink of a major breakthrough. Keep the wolf by your side to give you the strength and courage to step into the black portal. Once you do, things will change quickly. Try to help this process. Discard any limiting or restrictive beliefs that keep you floating in circles. Now, this is key. We want to think about this, because what is God? God is the unknown. So if we're still trying to have everything figured out, that's the ego. The ego has to have everything figured out, and we're still in the mind of duality. We want to be in the singular mind of the heart. This is key. Stay neutral. Don't be drawn into negative thinking that exists around you. Be a living example of sacred neutrality. Neutrality? Guys, you know this. Sorry, guys. I know my fingernails. I have been in the mud, and I've been also healing my hands, being called to walk away from artificial fingernails and just heal my hands and heal my being. That's what I've been called to do right now at this time. And staying true to it, sticking to it, even though those fingernails are so pretty and I miss them so much, and I always enjoy beautiful nails. It's time to heal mine. Yeah. And like I said, I'm always in the mud, or I'm eating blueberries, or I'm, and this is about like being natural right now. This is honoring like some childlike wonder. I know that there's some people like, ooh, that's gross. That's okay. That's okay. I'm doing me, you do you. You do you, boo. Okay. Now, we're gonna be a living example of sacred neutrality, positivity, non-judgment, and love. Although a certain amount of conformity is important for survival, it's also important to remain true to yourself. Releasing emotional baggage will lighten your burden and make it easier to steer. When you do, your mental and physical health will improve. Okay, that's why we need these 5 cups to spill out. It makes perfect sense. Makes purple sense. Makes perfect sense. Okay? So, let the goose help you navigate your way back to your true calling. Trust where your own inner radar is leading you. Do whatever you can, however small, to contribute to creating a new loving, caring, and heart-centered paradigm at work, in your community, and in your family. Remember that this is a journey and an adventure that your soul chose. The challenges you are facing can be seen as chaotic or as needed catalysts to attain new levels of awareness. Your bees remind you that you are not alone. There are others in your soul group here as well as on the other side of the veil. The only way to travel back and forth is with the power of love. And that's key. Like, that's how we're shifting dimensions. Okay? Love. And that's why our truth is connected to love. We talked about this in part 1 and 2, right? This truth and our wealth and our financial wealth and is our health. Remember, it's our truth. This tree is connected to love. Fear is only an illusion. The only power it has is what I give. And that's some straight truth. And that's what we're seeing here. This is LIONSGATE. We need to have the courage to go within. This is us. This is inspired action through us. This isn't through other people. This is through us. We're going to do this through us. And with God. And the devil. We're going to face the devil with God. We're going to face our fears with God. And that's what the 6 of Pentacles payout is all about. And now, this is allowing here. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Here we go, guys. Just gonna have a slight shift here. So, and there we go. Vision questing. So let's go to our next message. I did have it here, believe it or not. Already ready to go, but it looks like I have lost the place here. Here we go. Vision questing. Karmic forgiveness. Let go and let God. This takes place in a vast ancient sea. The sun filters down into the water, revealing an octopus embracing a sperm whale. The two of its legs form a heart around the whale's center. A green, tubular sea cucumber spirals around the action. Encased and protected by a golden bubble, a dove flies above, viewing all that is taking place. 13 anemones grow and thrive in the warm tropical water. Those noses of two other sperm whales nudge in form to the bottom left. 3 little minnows watch from the right. Now look, 13. That is the sacred number. We know 13 is the 13 spheres of knowledge, where the feminine expands, the matter expands, but it's a secret. And the high priestess is here. Remember, this is about having an ending within the mind, but through the element of the earth. We're holding on to something here, right? And this goes back to this karmic situation here that had to play out, but we have to honor that this was with God. It's a part of our path, and that it doesn't mean it's a karmic relationship ending, but this is a situation that's playing out for our greatest good. Because you have to stop holding on, okay? And we're going to create stability now within the mind. We're going to create stability now within the mind. That's what the high priestess is here to say to us. But we're remembering is through the earth, because this is about our 10 of Pentacles and our financial health. And our health is our wealth, and how everything is all connected and how it's all one. And we're seeing all kinds of things right now, okay? Everything in our visual world is here to teach us something. Nothing appears accidentally. These private and underwater creatures remind us to allow the ebb and flow and the cycles of life to be fun and instructive, and to see through the murky depths of our hidden thoughts. There is much we do not know about ourselves. Swimming with these animals takes us on a journey into our unconscious. There we find our spirituality as well as our hidden fears and our deepest desires. If you find yourself caught up in everyday dramas, know that there is something clouding your vision. We have layers and layers of past lives and ego constructions that keep us in an illusion. Whenever you're ready, you can start clearing these layers of illusion and stop the looping, as I call it, by charging your thoughts. Never blame anyone or anything else for the dramas that manifest in your life. And that's key to this shift. There's going to be a time where we just have to drastically, completely surrender to everything that we've manifested within our lives. It has to do with us, because we leave multiplayer level and we get to the next level of single player level, and we realize that everything is just God speaking back to us or communicating back to us, negative or positive, for our greatest good. And much of it, we're focusing on the negative to find the positive, or to become the positive and shift with it. But there's always a positive within a negative, and a negative within a positive. That is the balance restored through this earth. And we have to, this is taking total responsibility, so we're no longer in victim template mode. To have our 10 of Pentacles, we are understanding that we can't be in victim mode and lack of mode in order to have this. And many of us are taking, we're expanding on how to do this through learning how to meditate and pray and manifest and create with new patterns, because this has to do with the non-conscious mind, and the non-conscious mind is habitual. So we have to get into some patterns, healthy patterns, healing patterns, and repeat it. Repeat. Okay, no one is right and no one is wrong. So this is connecting to understanding that this truth that this truth is connected to love and an even bigger message. Okay, here we go. No one is right and no one is wrong. When something feels out of balance, go within for direction. Listen to the quiet voice inside your mind. It is the only truth. Know that you are part of a larger soul group that has manifested here on earth to learn how to stop karma permanently. Be kind to yourself and those who have manifested with you. Believe it or not, they are your best friends on the other side. That's very beautiful. This is very beautiful. This is understanding that each person has a perception of their truth, and the truth lies in the center point with God. We can have more than one truth like exist at the same time. That's becoming multidimensional. That is truth. We're not going to pick it apart and say it has to be this or that and then get into arguments. We're being able to hold it all at the same time and see the connectedness to everything and understand that God is in the center point, and we're going to create and expand there. So, you are a brave soul who has signed up for one of the toughest courses of your life. Others have signed up with you because they love you so much and you love them. Never give up or give in to negativity. What you believe in manifests. And that's true, guys. We can manifest our fears just as much as we can manifest our desires. Let's not get it twisted. Let's see through our illusions. And what you give out, you get back. Always speak with love in your voice. Your voice is an actual physical vibration that surrounds people and can be toxic and harmful. Straight up message, truth, guys, truth, right? Our tone is everything. You can say, you know, hey, how's your day? How you're doing? Or, hey, how's your day? How you doing? And then someone responds and be like, yo, what's up? Nothing's wrong with me. Wait, you can't say like, no. It's like, hey, baby. You know, like, there's so many different ways that we can talk to people if we want to invite them in. And we want to be in the energy of what we're creating. We want happiness, we better be happiness. We want joy, we better be joy. And we need to figure out through us and what we need to face that's getting in our way of being that, and take total accountability in this single player game because we leveled up, and look in the mirror. And if you are working with your counterpart, your divine counterpart, and you are in a mirror soul relationship, look at both sides. Look at your side and their side and apply it. Don't make excuses for why you can't. Be strong enough to do it. Remember, this is our best lives, and this is our best lives right now, and it's gold time. And you know what? We honor that. You know what? We're just gonna say we could leave this planet at any time. As much as we have a birth story, we have a death story, but we're not gonna get in fear of death. No, we're gonna use that as fuel to understand. Let's do it. Let's do it today. Let's do the harder things today. When we're in pain, it reminds us, you know, when we hit rock bottom, why we want to go and where we're going. But we don't have to go that far. We don't have to dip that far. Let's stay aware. Let's stay conscious. Let's stay conscious of why we don't need to fall back. And if we have fallen there, pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and you know, you go through the levels and see what we gotta see and get back up. But remember, it's not of the past. We're laser focusing on the present moment. It's all happening in the present moment. The present moment is allowing us to free up and clear up what we need to free up from the past, and use the past as nutrients in the soil for growth, for our future, for our best future. But it's, remember, our future is being created by the present moment. And what you focus on grows. We're going to slow down time. We're not a slave to time. We're going to slow down time. And we are going to see what we need to see. And we're going to put our energy within the present moment to use as the past to get us to where we need to go for our greatest future, okay? But it's in the present moment, the magic. Now, I love how Joe Dispenza calls it the generous present moment. I don't know if he got that, but I always hear him say that, and I love it. So, the only way out of the cycle of illusion, pain, and suffering is forgiveness and thinking from the heart chakra. Honor all your pain and suffering. Honor your dark side, your shadow. When you embrace your shadow, you become whole and strong. Together, you and your shadow can fight off forces that you keep unbalanced. You are stronger than you think. You wouldn't be here in this dimension if you weren't a warrior, straight up. I love it. Affirmation, I am not alone. My dove, higher self, is always flying with me. And guys, again, emotional because like I was speaking to my higher self before I got here today because I was having a hard time getting here, going through it with the rest of you. And you know what? Made it here, and I just said, higher self, please take over. You got the wheel. It's your time. I really feeling the presence of that inner God within, and it's go time. And wanting to make the best of these portal energies, and of course every day, right? Every day. And this is for fully embracing our shadows. And this goes back to like the message of the devil literally paying us out for the work we're doing in the underworld, because we're bringing love into the underworld. And when we're able to bring love into the underworld and see love within those lower octaves, those lower spaces and places, that is how we're elevating. We're elevating even further. And this is about like loving ourselves, like loving this world for how it's zany, and loving the negative, loving the dark, loving it and finding beauty in it and finding humor in it, and just like that we just move so much out of the way in order to create anew with creation. It's such a beautiful, freeing, and the most incredible feeling. And don't let other people tell you can't do that stuff. Yes, we can. That's what we came here to do. We came here to clear it. Through us, through the story of us, our authenticity. Okay. Now here's the activation of the key to success. Open your heart, and now look where the ladybug is. And now, look, we've been talking about this card, like there's so much meaning into this card. I was speaking about how one of my dogs passed away right before LIONSGATE, and I received a message that he was passing away at this time, and it was part of the plan, just like when my father passed away and I had my awakening. And my biggest connection to spirit ever, and my gifts here, was when my father passed away, and my dog. And now here, you know, Max, our dog that passed away just right now, came into our life because my previous dog at that time when my father passed away died. And yeah, it's all synchronicities and signs. It's all connected for me to make sense of my path here and share it with you guys, so we can resonate. We can resonate with each other and see where we resonate, where we don't, and where we're at, right? And as I received this message that, you know, we were still going to be having this amazing summer together, just not in the way in which I thought it was. My 3D self, my 5D, pardon me, my higher self knows as to why. And look, like, he has passed away, and his key now is here. And I still have Biscuit Boo, and Biscuit Boo is right, you know, represented right here, and he has this other key. And we were talking about how there's a plant here, there's growth. Remember, this is about the 8 of Pentacles, and we started off with the 10 of Pentacles, with the masculine and feminine kissing with that tree. And guys, it's somewhere here. I've moved it now like 4 times so I wouldn't like misplace it, and it's so funny because I've already misplaced it, but we've been seeing it. It's here somewhere. So this is connected to the 10 of Pentacles, right? And that there's 2 people here, and we know that our connection is with life and all of life, and our wealth is our health and our financial health. And that's the time we're in the time of 10 of Pentacles, our abundance. And now that there's 2 people here and they're standing still, they're embracing, but they're standing still, and they're opening up with the cosmos here. This is a Stargate that's opening up, and there's 2 metamorphoses being honored here with the connection to the lizards in the underworld. And we know that when we started off here, this was the Stargate. And remember, we were going to shift dimensions. But we're shifting dimensions with love. Love is the answer of how we're shifting dimensions. And we know that that has to do with karma, karmic forgiveness, vision questing, and everything we just talked about. So now we are shifting dimensions, and the Stargate is officially opened here. And look, our truth, because of our truth, and remember, love, remember truth and love, truth and love are part of this all. The key to success, open your heart. This shows the front doors of a spiritual space, a portal swing open. So our truth is helping us to swing. Our truth in love is helping this portal to swing open as we expand partnerships. It's connected to the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. The rest of our divine inheritance, because we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. That is completing the expansion we came here to do on mission work, encompassing all of it. So, and there's a connection we've been talking about this too, between the 2 of Pentacles and 2 of Cups. So we're going to get into that in a bit. So stay tuned within this reading or the next. So, the portal swings open to reveal the cosmos and all of its glittering luminaries. 2 salamanders balance each other on the outside just above the tympanum? Guys, what's that word? Okay, tympanum. And a circular rose window. Inside the window is a red dahlia with a ladybug resting on its central petals. Decorative golden frames encircle the flower. 2 postman butterflies, 2 postman butterflies, hover close by, attracted to the flower. A terracotta flower pot sits in front of the doorway. Growing out of the pot is a plant that has birthed 2 hybrid plant-like beings. They hold each other in balance while reaching out for the red dahlia. Some of the color energy of the plant is moving down their arms. Oh my goodness. They hold each other in balance while reaching for the red dahlia. Some of the color energy of the plant is moving down their arms. Their arms form a triangle around a heart that grows out of the center of the plant. The 2 dogs sit on either side of the flower pot. To the one on the right is a golden retriever, the other a black lab. The golden retriever has just grabbed a silver key with an E at one end and a heart at the other end. The black lab is watching another silver key float nearby in front of the plant. The 2 leaves grow out of the bottom of the plant and reach over each dog. The one on the left holds the black lab's collar, and the one on the right holds the key in place. Your message. This is a time of transformation and clarification for you. Things will be changing before your eyes. The quotation from Alice in Wonderland. I thought I knew who I was when I got up this morning, but I must have changed several times since then. Was written for you, and change is happening at all levels, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, especially on a cellular level. This is a very fertile time. Your passions are nourished by universal forces and blossom into something unique. Take advantage of your family, past and present, and embrace their strength, power, and wisdom. Be grateful that you are a part of this lineage. And guys, we got this message last time we met up. I don't remember if it was on part 2 or 3, but we got this message last time we met up of how we are, like, I think it was on part 3 embracing of the, or no, was in part 3 of miracles, but we talked about how we're working with our family lineage as well as our new family, and we're healing from our past. Okay, this is a very fertile time. Look at that. This is a very fertile time. Your passions are nourished by universal forces and blossom into something unique. And we just talked about how this is all, this situation here in the 5 of Cups with the 5 of Swords was all nourishment for this growth. Okay, we're going to be grateful that we are a part of this lineage and the mission work that we came here to do. Your golden retriever and black lab want you to embrace the concept of unconditional love. Your self-worth doesn't come from the outside success as a teacher, a friend, or as a stranger. It comes from the light in your heart. Your heart is a beacon. Follow it. It will reveal your best and most valuable friend. You are an unconventional person, a hybrid of sorts, and it's time to acknowledge your awesomeness. And remember, we talked about how this situation was going to play out and allow us to see our worth. And it's part of our life's purpose here. Your two beautiful postman butterflies have evolved special powers to ensure their safety. Let me say this again, guys. Getting so excited over here. Y'all calm down. Gotta get in some different energy here for a second. Getting too lit. Your two beautiful postman butterflies have evolved special powers to ensure their safety. As caterpillars, they fed on passion flower leaves, storing toxic chemicals throughout their lifespan. Their red and black coloring communicates to predators. Beware, don't mess with me. I won't taste good. Acknowledge and unlock your special powers and share them with the world. If this doesn't sound like you now, it soon will. You are here to cross boundaries and make connection. Doors will be opening for you. And remember, guys, we got the message of miracles. This is connected to our last message, miracles. If you find the doors stuck, just give them a good shove. You have strength. You're very powerful, almost a force of nature. There's a line from the movie Galaxy Quest. Never give up, never surrender. Make it your mantra. Say it often. You are a hard worker and will work day and night to achieve your goals. The red Delilah is a relative of the sunflower and says to let yourself shine. You are here to stand out, not to be a follower. Right, guys? We're trusting in our leadership. You are here to stand out, not be a follower. Use your God-given power and influence to bring stability, beauty, and love to this dimension. The full moon in this image grants you one wish. What will it be? Alright, guys, so the full moon in this image grants us one wish. What will it be? I unlock that which is hidden and embrace the miracles that are revealed. Okay, guys, we're going to hang on to our next part and we're going to expand on this further and we're going to get an activation. I'll see you there.